What is happening, guys? Welcome back to Carlson and Co. Haven't seen you for about a year. This is a new episode on a year review actually on these guys, the Toughbuilts. All right, this is my original set of boxes. There's one new one, which is the single drawer here. If you want kind of an unboxing and some more specs on these guys, go ahead and go to like my original video on opening all these, but basically this one is to update you guys on how I feel the structure of the company is, how the quality of the boxes are, kind of the longevity, what I personally feel is happening with Toughbuilt and what's gonna happen moving forward. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. So in my personal professional opinion, these are a buy. If you are still on the fence about them, and your concern is, will the rest of the boxes come out? Wait, or do something else. If you're looking for these boxes right now and you don't know what to get these. Get these right now. All right, for now, let's just look at my loadout. Let's see how I'm using these guys. So the tote basically gets stuff that doesn't fit well, batteries, battery chargers, nail gun, cords, things like that. The only accessory I have is this cord wrap, and then I do have like the thermos, but that I use actually in my van as a center console. I have a 86 Vanagon. It works perfect as a cooler center console with some cup holders, because there is no cup holders in Vanagons. So that's where that is now. So in the 3-drawer, I hold most of my hand tools. These are test kits for doing exterior plumbing for excavation. We have some wrenches, some shears, some pliers. These Toughbuilt knives I'm super impressed with. Actually, these hand tools in general, I really like. The vice grips, the handles, the way they function. There's just an easy button here to slide that. These guys are pretty nice. The handle's a little bit thick, but I like them. I'm mainly using them outside, so I don't have to worry about kind of room they take up with that thick handle. I don't really have to worry about that. I just got these aviation shears. I have not used these. I've just used the bull nose like to cut one thing. And so far happy. They're pretty darn comfortable and they look cool. And I bought this screwdriver set. It's probably the only tool from Toughbuilt I've been disappointed with. You can see there this trim driver has chipped off. I would say if you like this style screwdriver, just go with the Klein. The only problem it's had is you can see the separation here with a little dinging. Separation here, I think that's from me standing on it. And with that, you get kind of a little rubbing in the middle, which doesn't really affect the workability of the box. It doesn't bother me at all. I would just suggest if you want to stand on these, which it probably says somewhere not to, is to get that wood piece that goes on top of the little work table. This guy's new, and I basically have some Bosch trim tools in here. This is actually exciting for Bosch news, which is kind of old, but their amp share, which I can get into in another video if you're interested in that. I got this organization screw box, just kind of take it with me everywhere I go, you know, fixing stuff. It's nice to have ledger bolts, interior, exterior, wood screws, all that kind of nonsense. This is my go-to kit. This is in my truck all the time or on the job site. Got drill bits. Trying out this Metabo tape measure, which so far so good. I actually really like it. I read some great reviews online and was like, shoot. Got hanging stuff. Got the good Stabila. Writing utensils. Laser. And stud finder. That's kind of the go-to kit. That should be on you all the time when you're in construction. So if you don't know me, I'm Bill. I own this company. I do remodels, new builds, a lot of designing and drafting, which is kind of what I like the most. We also do our own excavation and just pretty much the entire project other than utilities. We have a good plumber friend, but we hire out for electrical and HVAC and plumbing, and that's about it. All right, so let's see what separates StackTECH from its competition, and this is the #1 reason number two reason I bought it. Let's be real, these look amazing. That was the number one reason. But this is probably the biggest reason that separates StackTECH from Milwaukee Flex, Klein. I think Makita came out with a new box, but it's literally their locking mechanism. So this box we just looked in, this box is my Metabo box, and this is my Bosch box, so like rough in, kind of trim out type idea there. I want to get my cordless Metabo saw, and I'll grab like my big drill out of this Bosch box and just see how quickly I can do it. Single handle. If I don't want them to lock, I'll usually just stack them sideways, like if I want to put them right back. And big drill. Done. Okay, so now let's put it all away. So I'd say the build quality on these is just phenomenal. Like, they're not flimsy at all. It does make them a little bit heavier, which I know is a complaint, but it's not a complaint for me because they're just gonna hold up for that reason. I went to Lowe's recently and checked out these boxes. They're really in stock now for just their basic rolling box, mid-size box, small box, 3 drawers, crates, half boxes, coolers, accessories, stuff like that. It's all back in stock. But just compared to, like, if I'm just grabbing the corner of this lid, go straight on here, there's just no flex in it. The hinge goes all the way across. It's all webbed on the inside. It's actually fairly thick plastic, and there's metal as well. And then you got a rubber gasket to make it waterproof and dustproof. But this single big handle, like, I don't think anything on this is gonna break. It looks like if it did, you could get into this and fix it all if you had to. Really like big handles on the front, 2 handles on the side for carrying. These boxes get quite heavy, you know, when you pack them with tools and stuff. That's usually why I carry the batteries in crates with the battery chargers. One complaint that I've heard that's probably the only valid complaint is these drawers don't lock on their drawer system. Toughbuilt has addressed that. They now are gonna start putting locks on these in their 2025 model, it sounds like. I don't know if they're gonna have 2 models, one locking, one not, or just switch to all locking. It doesn't really bother me because if somebody's breaking into your drawer, that means they have access to it. And if they have access to it, they can just pick it up and put it in their truck and go bust it open when they get home. So if it's somewhere where somebody's gonna be able to break into it, they can probably also pick it up and take it with them. Though, I mean, you'd chain them down or something, I suppose. The other really cool part about these Toughbuilt boxes is these accessory rails. So they make all sorts of different attachments already. But really interesting is there's a third-party application for it. So you can actually go online and find people that 3D print, and they make all sorts of different tops, accessories, lockdowns, side accessories that aren't offered by Toughbuilt. These drawers are not waterproof. They're not IP65 waterproof, I'll say, but I have had these in the back of my truck. Not this one, but this one for sure. And I've got it soaked. Actually, bet you that it's actually wet on top. So these guys are riding in the back of my truck on the way here, and it's snowing where we're at, and everything on the inside's totally dry. One of the other things that people kind of complained about, other than the locks on here, was not being able to open this. Kind of just the lip gets stuck. You could unlock this box, pick it up a little bit, get this open, lock it back down, and open it as the workaround. But these being that heavy, I don't really like that idea. It would be nice if you just had to grab something, I suppose, but I mean, this thing's full of tools. It's pretty heavy. This is full of tools. Combined, I don't really want to do that without taking them off anyway, trying to hold it up and find a tool. But these drawer systems, they're actually going to make a rolling version of this one in a single drawer. So if this was one full single drawer, you could pull this out and put all your tools in it. And the reason I like that is I have a uncovered pickup truck, and I would love to get a slide out unit with a single drawer and a couple of these small drawers, and basically slide out your unit, and then all these drawers just open and you can get into everything you need to, and you can fit your big tools in there, and everything's just closed up at the end of the day. You don't ever have to unstack everything unless you're taking it away from the truck into a building like I'm doing right now. I also chose to make this video now because I've seen that Lowe's is restocked on the boxes, and I've also seen that rolling cart dolly is back out. So I ordered that. It's gonna be here in a couple days. I just wanted to get on the review now when I had a little bit of time to do it. Figured I owed it to you guys since I started out that way. I was asked to do kind of a year review, which is basically where we're at now. And yeah, I'm just super satisfied with them. If I went back, even knowing the supply and demand problems Toughbuilt was gonna have, I would go with StackTECH again, for sure. These are high quality, great looking, they hold up. I've had no problems with them. I mean, this is the only one, and I really treated this box bad, is that slide. But it totally works fine. They really lock in here, these drawers. Like, I can't really get a grip to try and open it, but they're very easy to open. Like, it doesn't take much, and they're easy to close. Or you can slam them and they're fine. Let's talk about the tools that are gonna come out in 2025 that I think are actually gonna be here. I don't think it's gonna be as many new products as we're hoping for, but I do think we're gonna see these hand tools that were kind of getting pushed in the beginning. I think it was like late 2023 and beginning of 2024. I think we're gonna start seeing those hand tools available at Lowe's and online. I don't think you're ever gonna see these at Home Depot, not because Home Depot is a bad choice, but it is like a really big direct competitor to not only Milwaukee's boxes, but also Husky, which is like the Home Depot brand. Toughbuilt has done some work with Cobalt, some technology swaps with their box. So I think they have a happy partnership there. I don't think we need to see it anywhere at another big box store. I think if anything, we should have it at a power tool store that's local and be able to get it online, not only on Amazon, but it'd be cool to either buy directly from Toughbuilt or buy like through Tool Barn or one of those guys as well. So the new things I think we're gonna see in 2025 are these drawer boxes. They've released this single drawer recently within the last couple months. They've already had the 3 drawer, so the technology's there. I do think they're gonna work on making that locking mechanism to please those people. There was a lot of people that came out and said they wish they locked, and they are gonna work on that. So it'll be interesting to see if they just kind of abandon these old ones and create the locking mechanism, move forward from there. But I definitely think we're gonna see that. I don't think we're gonna see maybe the full line of like the cargo setup for a garage or van. One product that I'll buy immediately, other than the dolly, which I totally just bought like 5 seconds ago, is the miter stand. I saw that they had the bottom attachments available at Lowe's again, and they have a couple different versions, lightweight and heavyweight. This is my smallest saw by far that I just use for little tiny trim out jobs like this. I also have like a 12-inch Metabo and then a big 12-inch sliding Metabo as well. But to be able to have all those have the attachments on the bottom and have a stand. I have a stand now, but it really sucks. I won't even name the brand. But you can see I'm already not using it. So that Toughbuilt one will be an immediate buy, which they've already made. So we're just waiting for manufacturing to get back on it again. So I would say I don't think 2025 is gonna be the year that they release like all their stuff. I think it's gonna be a slow rollout from here. I think it's gonna be less than even what maybe we expected in 2024, but I do think we're gonna see some new boxes. I do think we're gonna see some more of their transportation line or tools come out, which is great. But I don't think we're gonna see this like, okay, here's the rest of the products in 2025, which is okay. All right, now what we're gonna do is head to my office and let's talk about Toughbuilt as Toughbuilt, the company. Okay, let's talk TLBT, their stock. So they made an announcement that they were moving out of the NASDAQ as a over-the-counter stock, which is not great. I think they probably had more trouble meeting NASDAQ minimums than they did making the decision for themselves to move over to the OTC. Is that going to stop you from buying boxes? I don't think so. I mean, they've been burning some money doing research and development and trying to figure out manufacturing, but other than that, it is a company. The products are coming in. We're seeing them release new products, getting products that they ran out of stock in now. We're seeing the shelf stocked, so I don't think that's a huge negative for the company. I just wanted to give my opinion on that because I really just hear people reading kind of what they posted on Instagram. And as for a consumer, I don't think it's a big deal. As for somebody investing in the company, if you're just a private investor, you might want to look into that. The volume's super low, it's not very liquid, and OTC only makes it a little bit harder to make those transactions, buying and selling, a little bit slower through whatever broker you use. So future must-haves coming out: the 2-in-1 hand cart, which I just ordered. I'll do a review on it if you guys are interested once it comes in. Definitely more drawer options. The ice pack for the cooler would be nice. And then also seeing those like the hitch cargo carrier and other cargo carrying options coming out. Other cool tools just to mention, other than like the miter saw stand, which is already made, they just need to get them back in stock, would be like their hand tools, shovels, and rakes. They just look dangerously amazing. And then I think their next level, which I don't think, maybe we see something, but I don't think we're going to see much of it in 2025, is like their powered units, the fan box, the tower light, and the vacuum. The other question with those is the powered units, including the kind of accessory lights, is how are those going to be powered? I would suggest, which they probably already have their option figured out, but I would suggest, like, it'd be pretty cool if they got involved with Bosch's amp share, which is basically using Bosch batteries, relabeling them for companies like Fine or whatever the other 20 companies are that they're sharing their batteries with. That's a pretty cool idea. So also on those tools that would get them next level, I don't think we're going to see in 25 is the rest of their shop, garage/van organization, and also their first aid kits. That would be a pretty cool thing to have. They have just a ton of really cool stuff they're thinking about doing, and it's just about getting that implemented. 2025, I don't think we're going to get anything too seriously new, but I think the drawers are a pretty easy possibility, or new boxes, kind of things that they already have that they're just modifying at this point. I do also think that we're going to see things that are out of stock, that have gone out of stock. So maybe you saw it like in the end of 2023. I think we are going to see those start coming back into stock. So as a company, I think Toughbuilt is small. I think they're growing. They're definitely burning a ton of money every quarter, trying to get new products out, trying to get current products manufactured. I would say that I would still buy their product. It's definitely superior over anything else that's out right now. Speaking about StackTECH, I think StackTECH is superior compared to anything else that's out right now. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of options when it comes to box sizes, drawers, usability in that sense. But I do think those will come out. As for the hand tools and stuff, I do have like the rolling stand, which is good quality. All my pliers and stuff I like just fine. That may not be the highest quality steel or metal, but they're comfortable and they work well. Toughbuilt, now that we hit 2025, seems to be more responsive on social media and contacting, kind of addressing their manufacturing issues from last year, which is a really good sign. It means that they are moving forward, and I waited to make this video because I wanted to make sure that we started to see some progress. So we now see Lowe's restocked. We now see some of those items that were out of stock in stock. We now see the new single drawer coming out. Like, we're actually moving forward. That's why I do think we're going to see new products in 2025. I don't think we're going to see the 100+ item lineup. I do think we're going to see some new tools kind of getting designed and added into their website. I do think we're going to see some new tools this year. I think we're going to get restocked on some tools and boxes and StackTECH this year as well. So I'm pretty excited. I'm actually sold on the product. the product speaks for itself. It's amazing. As far as the company goes, I'm not a finance guy. Don't take my opinion, or take my opinion with a grain of salt. Definitely don't buy or sell Toughbuilt based on my opinion. That's not my role here, but the product itself is solid. Thanks for joining me today. If you are interested in more tool reviews or just construction advice, I like to go over prices and estimates and all that stuff. I try to just stick within what I actually do. I'm probably not going to review any tools that I don't actually use. If you're interested in that, like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Also, on a side note, I would love to see them make truck boxes, headache rack maybe, slide out units outside of the carrier that they have in the transporter series. I think they could do pretty well with that.